Yeah, the report is, quite big. It's about 200 pages, and it was made public just day before, so I couldn't study it very thoroughly, page by page. But I looked through the report, and honestly speaking, I was surprised because I thought that the panel, they say it was composed of really experts, but I was surprised by the language used in the report and baseless allegations on part of Sri Lanka. Today I attended a briefing of Honorable Minister of External Affairs of Sri Lanka, Professor Pires, and I may agree that with his point of view that the report in general is counterproductive, because in that report, for example, the authors use definitions such as Tamil and singular peoples of Sri Lanka, meaning there are two different peoples living in Sri Lanka, while we know that in many countries, like in Russia also, there are many, might be many nationalities, many languages, different religions, but the nation is one. And I hope it is the case in Sri Lanka also. And to describe LTTE also as the most disciplined and nationalist militant group, it's very strange to describe it not as a terrorist organization, which it was, and it was recognized by many governments all over the world. To describe it just as a most disciplined organization, very strange. I may say that immediately reminded that maybe the SS squadrons of Adolf Hitler were even more disciplined, but it is not the major characteristic of such organizations, you know. And there were many other strange things, like, for example, stating that the end of the war was a tragedy. I immediately thought, for whom? I understand that war itself is a tragedy, but how the end of the war can be a tragedy, it's very surprising, you know. And there are many other things, like also, for example, the report says that the sources for the authors of the report were selected by the panel itself, and they took evidences from these individuals and groups they considered reliable. So there are questions, what were the criteria for them to decide which group and individual is reliable or not. The only maybe thing which I may agree is that, as report says, this account should not be taken as proving fact. That we may agree to.